Good evening. Welcome back to Coaching You For You. Tonight, we're going to talk about investments in love, in relationships, and what it means. Because I think sometimes, I know actually from experience, we sometimes get lost in what the investment is and what it should look like. So, let's turn our music off here. I love jazz. Good evening again and welcome back. I am Annette and I'm your host here at Coaching You For You. Tonight we're going to talk about investing in relationships. But before we do, I want to remind you how important it is to hydrate. Hydration matters. Moisturize your feet, hands, face, and mind your business. That's hydration. I love water. And I don't love water. I like flavored water. There's a huge difference. Before I begin, I just like to offer my condolences to anybody who is suffering a loss, no matter what the reason. My condolences to you and your family. Loss is loss, and it's never easy for anybody. So let's just hop right into it. What it means to invest in love, because love is an investment. I love, and love is an investment. So let's talk about it a little bit. Investing is anything that is an act of caring or adding to the value of another person, whether it is time, uh, expenditures, resources, whatever it is, it's an investment. And investments in relationships are not that much different from investments in your finances, for example, or your stocks if you have them. You know, if you want to get something out of a relationship, you have to invest in it. And I want to warn you guys ahead of time that investing, not just once, but over and over and over again in the relationships, is how relationships work. I don't care what you see and how perfect they look, it requires work. And that's from everything. The next time you ask yourself whether or not you're in the right relationship and you start thinking about it, like, is this the one for me? Start looking at it as an investment. How much time are you investing? How much time is your partner investing? And what does it look like? What can you see yourself contributing? What do you see them contributing? Relationships are investments. And they fail so often because people fail to invest. You have to invest in your time. You got to put time into it. When you want to be with somebody, you got to share time. And I tell people all the time, if they have time for everybody else and they don't have time for you, they're not interested. So you need to know that. And that applies to men and women alike. A good relationship thrives when both parties respect each other. It's not just a him or her thing. It's when both parties respect each other, the relationship thrives. And when you're intentional in your behavior, you know that you're going to be respectful. You know that you're going to give your partners the accolades that they deserve. Honey, you look nice today. I like when you took that step forward and made some things clear in our last conversation with others. The behavior in relationships must be intentional. It has to be. It's not just a pop-up quiz. Although it feels like it sometimes, it's not. It requires that you be intentional about where you are in it. It's an investment. The same that you invest time, you have to invest money. Set money aside to take your partner away, take them to dinner. It's the little things that matter. Most people, don't need big things unless they misunderstand what the relationship is about. They don't need big things. You don't have to be flashy and dashy all the time. It's the little things that matter. It's the little things that make the difference. And investing in those little things, money, time, yeah, those things matter. Vulnerability, you got to be vulnerable in a relationship, and you have to invest in that vulnerability because it's scary to be vulnerable. And when you take that step and you do that for love and in a good relationship, now I want to be clear, good relationships are good relationships. If you're the only one investing time, energy, and effort, that's not a good relationship. And it's certainly not love. So you have to invest time, you have to invest money, you have to invest in being vulnerable. That means it's a little scary, but giving yourself to somebody in a way that they can understand and appreciate matters. Investing in good company. Listen, if you got a decent relationship, let me get my water. This is important. If you have a decent relationship, you don't want to hang around people who are fighting all the time. Not only is it unhealthy for them, it's also unhealthy for you and your partner. Couples who hang with people who are fighting and divorcing eventually end up on the same path. Investing is important. So investing in the company you keep matters. When we were growing up and our parents used to say, it's the company you keep that matters. That's true. It is. That's in relationships too. You can't hang out with people who are cheating and expect that sooner or later, something's not going to come your way. It is. It is. And it's a reality. And this is for men and women alike. You have to invest in the relationship. You have to look at the relationship the same way you look at investing in your finances, if and when you do. You have to look at it the same way. It's no different. An investment is an investment, and it's got to be a partnership. Both people have to invest time, energy, effort, money, intentional behavior, respect, vulnerability. You have to. Wasting your time in a bad relationship is worse than wasting your money. At least you can get your money back. You cannot get your time back. That time that you waste on somebody who's not invested, who's not spending time, who doesn't, the actions don't match the words, you're wasting time. And that's valuable time that you are never, ever, ever going to get back. Stop wasting your time. Stop. It, it, you can't benefit from that. You know, Stop giving people more of what they are already wasting. If they're already wasting your time, why are you giving them more of it? Relationships and love is an investment. Make the investment. Make sure you're both making the investment. An investment that you can see, feel, smell, hear, and touch. An investment. It matters. It may sound as if uh, it doesn't apply to everybody, but it does. It's the little things that matter. So take your time, find the right person. How do you know it's the right person? Well, you know what? Date before you mate. Good old fashioned dating. Yeah, it's a thing. Do it. Do it. There are too many heads in beds, and you don't know what's going on there. You know, um, Invest in the relationship, invest the time, the money, the effort, the energy, the vulnerability. Don't be afraid to be vulnerable. It's okay. It really is okay. And it makes a difference when you both participate in those investments. If the investment is one sided, it's not an investment, it's a waste of time. Yep. I know that's difficult to hear and it's difficult to believe. But if the investment is not mutual, if you're not both investing in the relationship, It's not a relationship. It's a waste of time. And so many of us are wasting time because we think we can change people. You cannot. You're either invested or you're not. You know, I watched this podcast and I'm sitting in circles with men who are engaged in learning, and investing money, time, energy, and effort. Men who are interested in investing in stock and are talking about property and how to do those things. And there are equally men and women in that group, actually more men than women. And we talk about these things, we talk about what men are looking for. We talk about what women are looking for. We're talking about what real relationships look like, not what they sound like, but what they actually look like. What are you investing in your relationship? Listen, your standards are not too high if you're looking for an investment. If it's a relationship, now all dating is not investing. Every date doesn't have to be viewed as a long term or relationship leading to marriage. Dating is about fun. Do it. Invest in that time. Get to know people. You can go to different people, places, visit different people, places, and things, and learn some different things about what people are doing. If you stay in your same circles, you learn the same things. Yeah, I learned that. If you stay around people who are misbehaving and acting out and not being fair or honest or respectful in relationships, hey, sooner or later it spills over onto you. Tighten up that circle. If you're interested in dating, hang around people who are interested in dating. If somebody tells you they're not ready to commit, they're not ready to commit. If somebody tells you that they're lost, especially a man, this is for women right now. I'm going to step off a little bit here. This is for women because I'm a woman. And I know that real women want real relationships. And on our YouTube, under Coaching You For You, Dating While Gray is not about gray hair, although I have some and I'm happy about it. It's not about that. It's about maturity. Age is just a number. Maturity matters, So if you're going to invest, start looking for things that are worth investing in. Okay? If you don't want to deal with a bad boy who does bad things and misbehaves, stop hanging around him. It's real simple. You want a banker? Go hang with bankers. You want a lawyer? Hang with lawyers. You want an Indian chief? Hang with Indian chiefs. And there are plenty of them out here, that are about it and who are interested in real dates in real time and none of that foolishness. We're talking about maturity. We're talking about dating while gray. That means you have some experience, strength, and hope, to share with somebody. You know what you want. You know where you're going. You know where you've been and you know what you need. You need an investment. Stop wasting your time. Stop wasting your time. Stop giving away something to anybody that they're already wasting. You want them to waste more? Do you give them more time because you want them to waste more time? Are you giving them more time because you're hoping that they'll change? Are you giving them more time because you have time to throw away? You don't. Stop wasting your time. Just be good to you. Yeah, give yourself a break. Do some things that work to your favor. Invest. Invest. Recognize what investing means. Recognize that it's a partnership. Recognize that it works both ways. Yeah, recognize. Mhm. Spend some time and recognize what works for you, what an investment looks like for you, and how you intend to share your investment with somebody else. Is it going to be with somebody who's not interested in investments? Seems like that's a lot of what's going on out here. Is that what we're doing? No, we're not. You want a real relationship? Act like it. If you don't want to be an option, stop acting as if you are. Do the things that matter. Invest in people who invest in you. And admittedly, in all relationships, it takes time to grow. It does. But watch those red flags on the field. Those red flags mean stop. When a man is interested in you, you'll know it. You won't wonder. You won't have to talk to your girlfriends. You won't have to ask people, I wonder if he's interested. You'll know. If a woman is interested in you, my brother, you'll know. Invest. And invest wisely, because good relationships are worth it. Thank you for joining me tonight. Have a good evening. Again, I am Annette. I am your host here at Coaching You For You, and I am happy to have you back. We'll see you next Wednesday. We're going to be showcasing some women moving forward because Women's History Month is right around the corner. Join us. Hey, fellas, we're interested here in investments. Ladies, make it plain, be clear, and be consistent. Have a good evening, and thank you.